What is going on, guys? I'm back, and today we are going to discuss the crypto altcoin seasons and how you guys can make thousands upon thousands of dollars with the Bitcoin cycle and the crypto cycles as a whole. This is unscripted. I just want to have a chat with you guys about what you can actually do. I know a lot of people in my Discord have been asking me this question: how can I make money in the altcoin season? How can we make money with the cryptos? The cryptos are pushing like mad. Well, I am going to show you that today, and I'm going to show you why I think that altcoin season is right around the corner. If not, we could be just starting it right now. So let's get straight into this chart first, and let me break down what you guys are looking at right now. So what this is the Bitcoin dominance. So this is the percent of the Bitcoin, or the percent of the crypto market cap that is basically Bitcoin. So the percent of the entire crypto market cap, the entire crypto space, that is Bitcoin. So right now you can see it is 60.21%. As this rallies, Bitcoin outperforms altcoins, and as this goes down, altcoins will outperform Bitcoin. So up is Bitcoin season, down is altcoin season. So what we're basically looking for is a rejection on this. So this is the weekly chart right here, and what you can probably see straight away is these little lines that I've got in the middle of the chart. So this is actually the 786 and 618, 786 and 618 Fibonacci retracements from the swing highs to the swing lows of each cycle. Now, pardon me, what we can see is, if we look at this first cycle, once we broke down and had the first humongous altcoin season and we printed this low, then we bounced and had this Bitcoin season. Throughout the whole of this time, this was all Bitcoin season, and we touched the 0.618 retracement and then instantly went back into an altcoin season. This was a very, very nice altcoin season. I remember this period, and it was absolutely bonkers. Especially this. This was next level, this right here. But then if we take the next high to the next swing low, these are our two new zones right here. So as you can see, we actually touched this on the weekly time frame and rejected, and now we're coming back up again. I expect altcoin season is going to start somewhere in between this range, so we could pump up another little bit more, but I don't think it'll ever get higher than 66% on the Bitcoin dominance. I do think we'll probably chop around here for a few weeks and then probably start to fall, and then that's when altcoins are going to run like mad. Now, why do I think it's going to happen soon? Well, let's look back at the previous cycles as well. Okay, so these blue lines are the Bitcoin halvings. So every time there's a blue line, here's when the Bitcoin halving event has happened. So let's look at this. From this halving until altcoin season started, it took 236 days. From the next halving until altcoin season started, it took 234 days. And now, since the previous halving, we're currently at 207 days. That's why I'm telling everyone about a month. If we go and look at previous data, we're at the resistance, we're at the key level, and we're at the similar time horizon. So it's all lining up perfectly here. Okay? That is exactly why I think this is going to happen. Now, you're maybe thinking, okay, Dylan, how do we take advantage of this? Well, I'm going to run down my top cryptos to buy right now to make the most of altcoin season. And I'm going to show you a list that I have been buying in order from my largest holdings to ones that I'm holding a bit less of. Okay, so to get straight into this, obviously the number one altcoin on my list is Ethereum. Ethereum has done pretty shit the last couple weeks while Bitcoin has been rallying, and obviously because of the altcoin season, or because we've been in Bitcoin season, we are nowhere near all-time high on this right now. Even though if I go to the Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin has smashed its all-time high, as you can see, absolutely smashed it. We hit 90k today, but the Ethereum chart looks a bit like this. It just doesn't look the same. It's quite weak. But again, that's because Bitcoin dominance has been going up. Now, when Bitcoin dominance breaks down, I think Ethereum could touch $4,000 within a couple days. I think all-time high could happen a week or so after the altcoin season starts. And then we're in blue sky territory. I think honestly, Ethereum can hit $10,000 in this cycle. And that is not me just spewing nonsense. I think if you look at the market capitalization of Ethereum, a push to $10,000 is very, very doable. Now, why am I so bullish on Ethereum? Well, in the last cycle, like I think it was 2 years ago, Ethereum went through what you would call a triple halving. So as we know, every time Bitcoin has a halving, it creates a huge supply shock and pushes the price way higher. Well, Ethereum had the equivalent of a triple Bitcoin halving in one. So what actually happened was, whenever Ethereum changed from proof of stake or proof of work to proof of stake, it means you can't mine it anymore, which means the supply isn't getting created as fast anymore. The supply growth was negligible. Then on top of that, Ethereum is now deflationary. They now burn the gas fees. So instead of the supply increasing on Ethereum, the supply actually decreases over time. And in fact, I will pull that up for you guys right now so you can see this. I will bring this up. Give me 2 seconds. So here's the Ethereum supply right here. And you can see it has from... Okay, here we go. Ethereum is burning 727,000 coins per year. That is wild. You can see right there, you can see the supply peaked in... When was that? Oh, no, that's the 7-day time frame. Sorry, let's go back to... How do we increase this? Let's go to the 30-day. Can we not go further than that? I'm pretty sure we could go a lot further than that. I don't know what... okay, here we go. So here's, as you can see, so because the Ethereum network has been less busy, the supply has been increasing again. But as this starts to really pick up into altcoin season, and Ethereum starts to be used a lot more, and the fees pick up, the burn rate is going to increase, and this Ethereum supply will start to drop, so there'll be less and less Ethereum in circulation. So you can see right here, since the merge update, there has been 846,000 Ethereum burnt per year, and there is around 800,000 created. So that is a net negative, and minus 0.04% supply growth, whereas Bitcoin has a very, very slight increase in inflation rate. Obviously, that gets cut at every halving in half, but it still technically inflates a tiny bit per year, whereas Ethereum doesn't. It actually deflates. So Ethereum is number 1 on the list. Number 2 on the list is Cardano. And we'll get Cardano up, or ADA. So here's the ADA chart. We are nowhere near all-time high on this. Absolutely nowhere near it. Do I think it can get back there? Absolutely. Now, why do I think that? Well, while Cardano's been in its bear market, silently they have been working and releasing a lot of different updates on chain, and one of the biggest was just announced recently. They are actually going to be all of the Bitcoin smart contracts are apparently going to be processed through Cardano. I have to do a little bit more research into it, but Cardano is one of my largest altcoin holdings. It is my second largest altcoin holding behind Ethereum. This thing right now is sitting at 57 cents, and it can definitely see upwards of $1 again, no problem. That's obviously almost a 2x, but I do think all-time high and beyond is definitely possible. This cycle, I would kind of like to see it just get back to all-time high, but in the future, you know, $10 is in play for Cardano. There's no doubt about that. Absolutely none. Now, number 3 on my list. This is where it gets a little bit fun. My third largest holding is something called DOG. Not Doge, but Dog. So Dog USDT. Right here. Now you may be thinking, Dylan, what is this? Look at this heap of shit. It's done nothing since it was created. Correct. However, let me explain what this is. As we know, in altcoin season, meme coins run really, really hard. Meme coins can be one of the biggest gainers, but obviously the biggest losers as well. It comes with risk. But the reason I am sticking to Dog as a larger holding than Doge, because I believe that this is something special, and let me explain why. So this is actually on the Bitcoin blockchain. Since there can now be meme coins on Bitcoin, this is on the Bitcoin blockchain through the runes, through Bitcoin runes. So let me explain why that's so special. This coin was created and had no pre-sale, no team that owned half the supply. It was a complete free and fair launch. Everyone could get in from the ground up with no bullshit, no promotions, nothing. It was a free and fair launch. Now, let's have a look at the tokenomics for this. What we can see is in a lot of altcoins, you have obviously your total supply and max supply. The total supply is usually, quite a high number, and the max supply would be a way higher number, which would basically mean that they haven't created the supply yet, so it's going to inflate. It's going to inflate really hard and push the price of the coins down in the long run, especially whenever big insiders are selling. Now, because this is a free and fair launch, check this out. Total supply, 100 billion. Max supply, 100 billion. In circulation, 100 billion. So that means all of the coins are already in circulation. This cannot be deflated. I think this could be one of the biggest runners of the entire cycle in terms of meme coins. If this catches wind and people start thinking about this and seeing this, it's also not even listed on any of the big major exchanges yet. If this can get a couple big exchanges listed, this thing can 10x, no problem. It can even 20 or 30x. Now, I'll be out well before then, but that is always a possibility. They are the top 3 altcoins that I've been buying, guys. I don't really think there's a point in me going in depth and too much else. If you want another video for me to bring some other things that I'm buying, I certainly will. But I just wanted to get this out really quickly. They are the top 3 in that order and in order of risk. Obviously, I'm buying Solana and stuff as well, but that is the next down on the list. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll probably do a part 2 of this tomorrow or the day after. We can go in depth in some other coins that I'm buying. Thanks, guys.